Life is a journey of transformation, a process of becoming. Many people go through life wondering why they face trials, setbacks, and seasons of waiting. They question why doors close, why relationships end, and why hardships seem unending. But what they fail to understand is that every challenge, every disappointment, and every delay is part of a divine process. You are not being broken, you are being molded. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. The struggles you face are not obstacles. They are instruments shaping you into the person you are destined to be. When gold is refined, it must go through the fire. The heat is intense, but it removes impurities, bringing out its true value. When a sculptor works on a masterpiece, he chisels away everything that does not belong, shaping the stone into its intended form. The same is true for you. There are things in your life that must be removed. There are habits, relationships, and mindsets that cannot go with you into the next level of your destiny. Growth is painful, but it is necessary. Many times, people resist the process. They pray for blessings, but reject the preparation required to handle them. They desire success, but avoid the discipline that sustains it. But they want influence, but neglect the responsibility that comes with it. But nothing of true value is given before it is earned. Before a vessel can carry fine oil, it must first be shaped, fired, and strengthened. Before a leader is given authority, he must be tested in the quiet places of obscurity. Before you step into your purpose, you must first become the person capable of carrying it. Seasons of waiting are not wasted time. They are divine appointments for refinement. You may feel hidden, unnoticed, or even forgotten, but in reality, you are being developed. The most powerful weapons are not made in public view. They are forged in secret places, under pressure, in the fire, until they are ready to be revealed. The delay you are experiencing is not denial, it is grace in disguise. It is ensuring that when your moment comes, you will not just step into your destiny, you will sustain it. Adversity is the training ground for greatness. Many people want to be strong, but they do not want to face resistance. They want to be wise, but they do not want to go through seasons of uncertainty. They want faith, but they do not want to be tested. True strength is not developed in comfort. It is built in the storms, in the battles, in the moments when you feel like giving up, but choose to keep going. Every challenge is shaping your character. Every disappointment is increasing your resilience. Every trial is refining your faith. If you are facing difficulty right now, do not despise it. Do not resist the process. Instead, embrace it. Trust that what is happening is not to destroy you, but to prepare you. You are being equipped, strengthened, and positioned for something greater. The things you are enduring today are making you into the person you were always meant to be. Do not rush the process. Do not fight against the molding. Surrender to it, knowing that in the end you will emerge refined, strengthened, and ready for the purpose you were created for. Life is a process of transformation. No one arrives at their destiny fully formed. You are always becoming, always growing, always evolving into the person you were created to be. But transformation is not instant, and it is not always comfortable. Many people want to step into greatness without going through the process of being shaped for it. They desire success without sacrifice, growth without struggle, and purpose without preparation. But everything in life that holds value goes through a process of development before it reaches its full potential. A seed must go into the ground, be buried in the darkness, endure pressure, and push through the soil before it can become a mighty tree. The caterpillar must go through isolation in the cocoon before it emerges as a butterfly. The raw diamond is unrecognizable until it is cut, polished, and refined. You too are in a process. The person you are today is not yet the person you are meant to be. Every experience you go through is shaping you. Every challenge is developing something within you. You may not see it, but there is purpose in every step of your journey. What looks like a delay is actually preparation. What feels like a setback is positioning you for something greater. The difficulties you face are not meant to destroy you, they are meant to strengthen you. Some of the greatest lessons in life are learned through pain, And some of the deepest wisdom comes from seasons of struggle. It is in the pressing, in the stretching, and in the moments of uncertainty that you grow into who you were destined to be. Many people resist the process because they do not understand it. They question why things are not happening as quickly as they hoped. They wonder why certain doors remain closed and why success seems out of reach. But if you could see the full picture, you would realize that the process is necessary. If you were given everything you wanted before you were ready, it would crush you instead of bless you. There are certain responsibilities, opportunities, and levels of success that require maturity, discipline, and strength to sustain. Without the process of preparation, you would not have the foundation needed to carry what is meant for you. This is why patience is required. You cannot rush what is being developed within you. You must trust that even in the unseen places something is happening. Just because you do not see immediate results does not mean growth is not taking place. The strongest trees have the deepest roots, and roots do not grow on the surface. They grow underground where no one can see them. In the same way, your character, your resilience, and your faith are being strengthened in the unseen moments of your journey. Embrace the process. Do not despise the season you are in. Instead of fighting against it, lean into it. Learn the lessons, build the discipline, and trust that you are being shaped for something greater. Every experience, every test, and every hardship is molding you into the person you were meant to be. You are not being delayed, you are being developed. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. What you are going through is not the end of your story, it is the making of your destiny. Challenges are not obstacles, but instruments. Too often, people view difficulties as barriers, as if life is trying to stop them from progressing. They see struggles as signs that they are failing, that they are not good enough, or that they have been abandoned. But in reality, every challenge you face is working for you, not against you. What seems like resistance is actually refinement. What feels like opposition is often an opportunity. The hardships in your life are not designed to destroy you. They are shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for something greater. Look at any great leader, any person of influence, any individual who has made a significant impact in this world. None of them arrived without challenges. In fact, it was their challenges that made them who they are. The pressure they faced did not break them. It molded them. The difficulties they endured did not stop them. They prepared them. The storms in their lives were not punishments. They were the training ground for their purpose. The same is true for you. The obstacles in your life are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones. They are positioning you for growth, sharpening your skills and refining your character so that you can step into your destiny with the strength to sustain it. There is no growth without resistance. Just as a seed must push through the soil to reach the sunlight, you must push through the challenges in your life to reach your full potential. A muscle only grows when it is put under strain. A sword is only sharpened when it is ground against a stone. A diamond only forms under intense pressure. Without adversity, there is no refinement. Without struggle, there is no strength. Without hardship, there is no wisdom. Every difficulty you face is doing something within you. It is increasing your endurance, expanding your capacity, and molding you into the person you need to be for the future that awaits you. Many people pray for strength, but want to avoid the situations that build it. They ask for wisdom, but reject the experiences that teach it. They desire greatness, but resist the challenges that prepare them for it. But purpose comes with a price. There is no shortcut to becoming who you are meant to be. You must go through the process, embrace the lessons, and allow the challenges to shape you. If you fight against the process, you will delay your own growth. If you complain about the pressure, you will miss the power that it is developing within you. Do not despise the challenges in your life. Instead, see them for what they truly are: divine instruments working in your favor. Every setback is setting you up for something greater. Every disappointment is redirecting you to a better path. Every hardship is building something in you that comfort never could. The very thing you see as an obstacle may be the key to unlocking your destiny. You are not being hindered, you are being honed. You are not being blocked, you are being built. What you face today is molding you into the person you were always meant to become. Growth requires removal. There are things in your life right now that cannot go with you to the next level. Not everything attached to you is meant to stay. Some relationships, habits, mindsets, and even opportunities must be removed for you to step into your true purpose. Just as a gardener prunes a tree to help it grow stronger, life will cut away things that no longer serve your destiny. It may feel painful, confusing, and even unfair at times, but every removal has a purpose. What you are losing is not a loss. It is making room for something greater. Many people struggle with this process because they become attached to what is familiar. They hold on to relationships that drain them, habits that limit them, and environments that stifle their growth. But just because something has been a part of your life for a long time does not mean it belongs in your future. Some connections were only meant for a season. Some ways of thinking were useful in the past, but will hinder you in your next stage. When you resist necessary change, you prolong your own development. Growth cannot happen without letting go. Look at nature. A snake must shed its skin to continue growing. A tree must lose its leaves in autumn to make way for new ones in spring. The process of transformation always requires release. You cannot become who you were meant to be while holding on to what no longer aligns with your purpose. The person you were 5 years ago may not be able to handle the responsibilities of the person you are becoming. The habits that once felt comfortable may now be restricting you. The relationships that once seemed essential may now be weighing you down. If something is being removed from your life, trust that it is for your benefit. Some doors must close for the right ones to open. Some people must walk away so that those who truly belong in your life can enter. Some situations must end so that you can move forward without baggage. Do not mourn what is being taken away. Celebrate what is making room for your growth. If you keep trying to carry old weights into new seasons, you will find yourself struggling under burdens that were never meant to be yours. When life removes something, it is not to harm you, but to free you. What feels like rejection is often redirected. What seems like loss is actually preparation. You may not understand it in the moment, but looking back, you will realize that everything that left your life was necessary for your elevation. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. You are not being abandoned, you are being aligned. The process of growth requires that you let go of what no longer serves you so that you can receive what was always meant for you. Trust the pruning, trust the removal. It is leading you to your destiny. Waiting is not wasting. Too many people mistake seasons of stillness for stagnation. They feel as though nothing is happening, as though their prayers are unanswered, their efforts unnoticed, and their dreams delayed. But waiting is not inactivity, it is preparation. When you are in a season where progress seems slow, it is not because you have been forgotten, it is because something is being developed in you that cannot be rushed. The greatest things in life require time to be perfected. Just as a seed must remain underground before it can break through the soil, and just as a baby must be nurtured in the womb before it can survive in the world, there are things being formed within you that need time to mature. Impatience is one of the greatest enemies of purpose. Many people abort their own destiny because they try to force something to happen before it's time. They grow frustrated in the waiting season and take shortcuts, only to realize later that they were not ready for what they were asking for. The right thing at the wrong time can become a burden instead of a blessing. A premature harvest will spoil instead of nourish. A house built before the foundation is set will crumble under pressure. This is why the waiting season is necessary. It ensures that you are strong enough to sustain the weight of what is coming. Look at nature. A tree does not grow overnight, and a diamond is not formed in an instant. The most valuable things in life require time to reach their full potential. If you rush the process, you will end up with something incomplete. What you may see as a delay is actually divine timing at work. There are things you cannot yet see, doors being prepared, connections being arranged, and skills being refined. You're being positioned, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The waiting season is not wasted time. It is where your roots grow deep. Many people think they are ready for their breakthrough, but if it came too soon, they would not be able to handle it. You must be prepared for the responsibility that comes with the blessing. If you desire leadership, you must first develop the wisdom and patience to lead. If you seek financial increase, you must first learn how to manage resources wisely. If you want greater influence, you must first build the character to handle it with integrity. What you do in the waiting season determines what happens in the next. Waiting is not about doing nothing. It is about preparing yourself for what is coming. Do not despise this season. Do not let frustration make you move ahead of time. Do not let impatience push you into something you are not ready for. Instead, embrace the process. Build yourself, strengthen your mind, grow your discipline, deepen your faith. When the right time comes, the doors will open, the opportunities will arrive, and everything will align the way it was meant to. You are not being delayed, you are being prepared. You are not standing still, you are being strengthened. And when the time is right, what is meant for you will come, and you will be ready to receive it. Pain has a purpose. No one likes to go through suffering, heartbreak, or disappointment, but pain is one of the most powerful tools of transformation. It is not meant to break you, it is meant to build you. Every struggle you endure, every tear you shed, every trial you face is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Pain forces you to grow in ways that comfort never could. It stretches your capacity, deepens your understanding, and strengthens your character. Without pain, there's no true growth. Without struggle, there's no real strength. Think about the most defining moments in your life. They were not the times of ease and comfort, but the times when you had to fight, endure, and overcome. Pain teaches you lessons that success never will. It reveals who you truly are, exposing both your weaknesses and your strengths. It refines your perspective, making you wiser, more resilient, and more compassionate. It prepares you for what is ahead by toughening you for the road that is to come. Many people try to avoid pain, thinking that if they can escape it, they will find peace. But true peace is not found in the absence of pain. It is found in the strength to endure it and emerge stronger. Gold is purified in fire. A diamond is formed under intense pressure. A warrior is trained through battle. Nothing of great value is created without a refining process. The very thing that seems to be causing you the most pain right now may be the very thing that is molding you for your greatest purpose. What feels like suffering today is preparing you for what you will handle tomorrow. The lessons learned in the valley equip you for the mountains you will one day climb. Every hardship is depositing wisdom, discipline, and endurance into your life. Many people get stuck in their pain because they focus on what they lost instead of what they are gaining. They see the struggle but fail to recognize the strength being built in them. They feel the pressure but do not realize it is shaping them into something greater. Pain is not punishment, it is preparation. It is not a sign that you are failing, but a sign that you are growing. The deeper the pain, the greater the transformation. If you allow it to, pain will push you to levels of strength, wisdom, and clarity that you never thought possible. You must not run from it. You must not despise it. Instead, you must embrace the lesson within it. The pain of betrayal teaches you discernment. The pain of loss teaches you appreciation. The pain of struggle teaches you perseverance. If you surrender to the process, you will come out on the other side stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the destiny that awaits you. One day, you will look back and realize that the pain you once thought would destroy you was actually the tool that built you into who you were always meant to be. Tests reveal your true strength. It is easy to claim faith when everything is going well, but when life places pressure on you, that is when your true character is exposed. A person's real strength is not shown in times of comfort, but in times of challenge. When trials come, they do not make you weaker, they show you what was already inside of you. The fire does not destroy gold, it refines it. The storm does not weaken the roots of a strong tree, it proves how deep they go. Every test you face is designed to show you where you truly stand and what still needs to be strengthened. Many people assume they are ready for their next level until they face resistance. It is in the trials that you discover what you still need to develop. If the slightest opposition causes you to quit, then endurance needs to be built. If criticism offends you easily, then emotional strength must grow. If setbacks shake your confidence, then your foundation must be made stronger. The purpose of a test is not to make you fail, but to expose the areas where you must improve. That is why life will repeatedly place you in situations that challenge you. It is not punishment, it is preparation. A student is never promoted without first being tested. The same applies in life. Before you can move to your next level, you must prove that you have mastered the lessons of your current one. Many people ask for elevation but resist the tests that come with it. They pray for strength but avoid situations that require endurance. They want wisdom but refuse to go through experiences that teach it. But you cannot have growth without testing. The greatest leaders are those who have been through the toughest battles. The strongest people are those who have endured the most pressure. When life tests you, it is not to destroy you, but to reveal your potential. Every obstacle is an opportunity to prove to yourself how much you have grown. Every challenge is a chance to strengthen the qualities that will sustain you in the future. The trials you face today are equipping you for the victories of tomorrow. The pain, the setbacks, the disappointments, they are all necessary. They're preparing you for what you have been praying for. Some people crumble under pressure because they resist the process. They see tests as something to escape instead of something to embrace. But the sooner you accept that every trial is part of your training, the sooner you will grow into the person you were meant to be. Do not fear the tests. Do not run from them. Face them with confidence, knowing that each one is shaping you, refining you, and molding you into the person you were destined to become. What seems like an obstacle is actually an opportunity. What feels like opposition is really preparation. The test is not meant to break you. It is meant to prove that you are ready for what is next. Rejection is often redirection. Too many people take rejection as a sign of failure, when in reality it is a necessary part of the process. When a door closes, it is not because you are unworthy, it is because there is something better ahead. When people walk away, it is not a loss, it is a setup for something greater. Rejection is never the end of your story. It is a shift in direction, guiding you toward where you were always meant to be. Every successful person has faced rejection. Every great leader, every visionary, every person who ever achieved anything significant had moments when they were told no. But the difference between those who rise and those who fall is their perspective. Allow rejection to break them, while others use it to build themselves stronger. Some let it discourage them, while others let it push them forward with even greater determination. What separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck is the ability to see rejection not as defeat, but as divine intervention. Think of a road with a blocked path. If you were driving and suddenly saw a sign that said road closed, you wouldn't sit there in frustration forever. You would find another way. You would trust that there is another path to your destination, even if you cannot see it at the moment. Life works the same way. Some doors must close because they are not leading where you are meant to go. Some people must leave because they are not part of your future. Some opportunities must pass you by because they were never truly meant for you. Many times, rejection is protection. You may not realize it now, but what you thought you wanted could have led to disaster. The opportunity you lost might have destroyed your peace. The relationship that ended might have prevented you from meeting the right person. The job you were denied might have trapped you in a place beneath your potential. What you see as rejection in hindsight will be one of the greatest blessings of your life. Every no is making room for a bigger yes. You must trust that if something is taken from you, It is because something better is being prepared. You must learn to thank the doors that closed because they saved you from places you were never meant to stay. You must not allow rejection to define your worth because your value is not determined by who accepts you. It is determined by the purpose that was placed inside of you. You are not being pushed away. You are being positioned. You are not being overlooked. You are being aligned. If you can shift your perspective, you will see that rejection is not a step backward. It is a step toward something greater. Patience is the key to preparation. There is a time for everything, and just because something has not happened yet does not mean it never will. Many people grow frustrated in the waiting season, feeling as if they are stuck, forgotten, or left behind. But delay does not mean denial. Just because the vision has not come to pass yet does not mean it is not on the way. Waiting is not wasted time. It is a necessary part of becoming the person who can handle what is coming. Look at nature. A seed does not become a tree overnight. It spends time underground, unseen, growing roots before it ever breaks through the surface. If it rushes the process, it will be too weak to stand. If it does not develop strong roots, it will not survive the storms that come. The same is true for you. What you are waiting for is not just about receiving. It is about preparing. If you receive the blessing too soon, it may overwhelm. If you walk into your purpose before you are ready, it may crush you. Many people pray for elevation, but do not realize that elevation requires stability. Without preparation, what is meant to be a blessing can become a burden. The process of waiting refines you. It teaches you discipline, strengthens your faith, and builds your endurance. It forces you to rely on something greater than your own strength. It removes impatience, arrogance, and entitlement, replacing them with wisdom, humility, and perseverance. Many want success, but they do not want the process that creates it. They want the results, but resist the preparation. But the truth is, every great destiny requires seasons of waiting. Imagine a builder constructing a house. The foundation is the first thing laid, and though it takes time, it is the most important part. If the foundation is weak, no matter how beautiful the house is, it will eventually collapse. That is why you cannot rush your season of preparation. The waiting season is where your foundation is built. It is where you develop the wisdom, the resilience, and the capacity to sustain what is coming. The deeper the foundation, the higher the building can rise. You must not despise the waiting season. You must not compare your timeline to someone else's. What is meant for you will come at the right time, in the right way, when you are truly ready to handle it. If you trust the process, you will find that every delay has a purpose. Every moment of waiting is shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for something greater than you could ever imagine. Do not grow weary. Do not lose faith. You are not being held back. You are being strengthened. You are not being delayed. You are being developed. And when the time is right, what is meant for you will come in a way that no one can take away. Pain is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to transform you. Every hardship, every disappointment, and every struggle is a tool being used to refine you into the person you were always meant to be. Many people run from pain, seeing it as something to avoid at all costs. But pain has a purpose. Growth does not happen in comfort. Strength is not built in ease. Diamonds are formed under pressure, gold is refined in fire, and the strongest warriors are forged in battle. The trials you face are not a sign of your weakness, but a necessary part of your transformation. When life puts you through difficulties, it is not because you are being punished, but because you are being prepared. You are being stretched, challenged, and broken in ways that will make you unshakable. If you never faced betrayal, you would not learn discernment. If you were never rejected, you would not discover your true worth. If you never lost anything, you would not appreciate what truly matters. Every painful experience is molding you, shaping your heart, and strengthening your spirit, so that when the time comes for you to walk into your purpose, you will not be fragile, you will be unstoppable. A seed must break open in the dark before it grows into a tree. A caterpillar must struggle in the cocoon before he can fly. The process of transformation always involves breaking, stretching, and discomfort. That is why you cannot despise the painful moments in your life. They are not signs that you are failing. They are proof that you are growing. What seems like destruction is actually construct. The old version of you is being stripped away so that the real you can emerge. Many people want growth without pain, but that is impossible. You cannot gain wisdom without experiencing challenges. You cannot develop perseverance without enduring hardship. The fire is painful, but it burns away what is unnecessary. The storm is frightening, but it washes away what is weak. Every struggle you have faced is not meant to break you, but to build you. If you can shift your mindset, you will realize that pain is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Some of the greatest breakthroughs come after the deepest pain. The very thing you thought would destroy you will become the foundation of your strength. The wounds you thought would never heal will turn into wisdom that will guide you. The heartbreak you thought you could not survive will prepare you for the love that is truly meant for you. What you are going through is not meant to defeat you, it is meant to elevate you. And when you emerge from this season, you will not only be stronger, wiser, and more resilient, but you will be exactly the person you were always meant to become. Everything you have gone through is working together for a greater purpose. There are no accidents in the process of becoming. Every challenge, every delay, every closed door, and every difficult season is part of a divine plan that is shaping you into the person you were destined to be. Nothing is wasted. The tears you cried, the moments of loneliness, the seasons of struggle, they are all threads in the masterpiece that is being woven in your life. What may seem like chaos to you is actually a carefully designed process orchestrated to lead you into the fullness of your potential. You may not understand why certain things happened. You may question why you had to endure certain hardships, why you lost certain relationships, why you had to walk through storms that others never seemed to face. But there is no wasted pain in the hands of the divine. Every experience has been refining you, shaping your character, teaching you lessons, and preparing you for the place that has been set aside for you. Without those trials, you would not have the wisdom you carry today. Without those losses, you would not have the clarity to see what truly matters. Without those delays, you would not have been prepared for what is coming. A builder does not construct a house without a blueprint. Every brick, every beam, every foundation stone is placed with intention. The same is true for your life. What you are going through is not random. The difficulties are not there to destroy you, they are there to construct you. Every setback is positioning you. Every disappointment is teaching you. Every challenge is making you stronger. And when you finally step into your destiny, you will look back and realize that even the things that hurt you were working in your favor. Do not be discouraged by what seems like detours or delays. Do not allow frustration to make you abandon the process. What is happening in your life is not punishment, it is preparation. The pieces may not make sense right now, but when they all come together, you will see the masterpiece that has been forming all along. The path may not always be easy, but the promise remains. If you keep going, if you trust the process, if you refuse to give up, you will step into everything that was meant for you. And when that moment comes, you will understand that every step, every struggle, and every moment of uncertainty was leading you exactly where you were always meant to be. The process of becoming is never easy, but it is always worth it. You are not being abandoned, you are being shaped. You are not being delayed, you are being prepared. Every challenge, every trial, and every painful moment has been molding you into the person you were created to be. Do not despise the process. Do not rush the journey. Trust that every step is necessary, every lesson is valuable, and every hardship is refining you for something greater. When the time is right, you will walk into your destiny with strength, wisdom, and resilience that could only come from the journey you have endured. You will realize that nothing was wasted, that every experience had a purpose, and that you were never forgotten. Stay the course, hold on to faith, and keep moving forward. The masterpiece is unfolding, and when it is complete, you will stand as a testimony of what it truly means to be transformed, refined, and elevated into the person you were always meant to be.